We're the world's leading body dedicated to the advancement of the coaching profession. We've got some 25,000 members around the world across 130 countries. Like HR, there are often questions of perception that anyone can do coaching, and that's harmful in a number of ways. First of all, there's the core question of whether the coach has the capability, the experience and the training to actually be able to deliver value to the individual and an ROI to the organisation. If you're an HR leader and you engage a coach for your organisation, you've got a duty of care to ensure that that person has the appropriate training and experience to keep everybody safe through the process. You know, coaching conversations are not fireside chats. The stakes are high for everyone involved, and it's really important that, for example, people understand coaching confidentiality, where the boundaries are in terms of ethical behaviour, and, for example, if they receive training in how to identify people who are at risk of mental health issues. So a key way that ICF is addressing those perception issues is the Icf Credentialing Process, and there are 4 key elements to that. The first is training. So ICF credentialed coaches have extensive face-to-face coach-specific training, and it's delivered by an ICF accredited school. The second piece is real-world coaching experience. So each level of ICF credential has a minimum number of paid coaching hours that that coach has to have delivered. The third piece is coach mentoring, and that's where a coach will have their work reviewed by an experienced coach mentor and get direct feedback. And then the final piece is that every ICF credentialed coach has to have successfully completed the coach knowledge assessment that tests not just the theory of coaching, but also the practice of coaching. The coaching industry is really dynamic, and we've seen a number of changes, particularly over the last few years. First of all, we've seen rapid growth. Secondly, coaching has become a standard integrated part of leadership development and team coaching programs. And in fact, team coaching is probably the most rapidly growing part of the industry at the moment. From a craft perspective, so-called non-linear models, complex adaptive system models of coaching have become more prominent. I often use those in the work that I do, and they're really designed to be effective in situations, particularly with senior executives, where people are facing high levels of uncertainty, complexity and ambiguity. And frankly, that's the new normal, particularly for senior execs today. We've seen an explosion in the amount of coaching research, particularly over the last 5 years. And so it's really important for coaches to stay current. A couple of suggestions for HR professionals looking to engage coaches on how to make sure you're getting the best possible people. The first thing is I'd look for people who are ICF credentialed, because it means you know what you're getting. You know what training they've received, and you know that they're actually experienced coaches. The second piece, and this is a practical one, is to ask the question, what kind of coach are you? And a red flag response would be someone who says, for example, I'm a psychodynamic coach or I'm a neuroscience coach. And it's not that there's anything against those particular modalities. In fact, they're very effective and I use them myself. But you want to make sure that people have got a broad set of skills and capabilities in their toolkit, because what's going to work well in one situation can actually be very counterproductive in another. And the coach needs to have the capability to work out what approach to use in which situation.